Okay. So born in Pennsylvania, what was childhood like for you growing up?
With my family, I had a big family, 5 boys, 1 girl, and we, when we were young, it was embedded in our head to be great athletes. So we took pride in sports. And being from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, back in the 70s, the Steelers won 4 Super Bowls, Pirates won 2 World Series. It was considered the city of champions. So we took a lot of pride in sports. And that was the one thing that my mother and father wanted us to do. And we had to do it well.
I got
And you definitely did.
Thank you.
one quick thing there. I got a friend joining as well from Kansas City. He's going to ask you a question at the very end. He's just going to hang out and watch until then. So if you see him, that's
Okay.
what's up.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay.
So, Kurt, other than your parents, who would you say the biggest influencers were in your career?
For me, it was Dan Gable. He was NCAA champion, Olympic gold medalist. He was the guy. I mean, growing up, that's all you heard about in wrestling. My family was really involved with wrestling. All my brothers wrestled. I was the youngest. My sister was a wrestling cheerleader. They didn't have wrestling for women back then, or she would have done it. But that Dan Gable was the one guy that I always looked up to, and he was the guy that I wanted to portray and be like.
Okay.
I even used his fitness and conditioning methods to get myself ready for the Olympics. That's how intense he was. He did exhaust training till you're exhausted, and then it starts. That's when it begins. And it's painful, but, when you make it through that, you can get through any match. It's nothing's going to wear you down. If you're tired, your brain tells you, I'm tired, I want to quit. When you exhaust train, your brain learns to work through the exhaustion, ignore the pain. So that's one thing I learned from Dan Gable that helped me out quite a bit.
Did you play any other sports growing up, or what made you choose wrestling?
I played all sports, basketball, football, baseball. I was an all-state football player in high school. Had several Division I scholarship offers, but I chose wrestling over football, mainly because of my family. My brothers were all exceptional wrestlers, so I had to take after them. And, thank God I ended up being the best one out of them all. But I think that if the oldest one was the youngest, I think he would have been the one to win the Olympic gold medals. So I was just very blessed to be the last one in the family. And I learned from all my brothers.
You won NCAA gold in 1990 and 92. And then you became world champion in 95 and Olympic gold medalist in Atlanta with a broken freaking neck.
Yes.
Obviously the Olympic gold is probably your highlight, but were any of those, can you tell us a little bit about the other ones?
Well, my first NCAA title was really important. That gave me the confidence to know that I could move on beyond the NCAAs and go Olympics and world championship caliber. So that win definitely, gave me the confidence to know that I can continue on. The 95 World Championship, that was my first World Championship, and I won it. And that was also equally as important because that established me as one of the top wrestlers in my weight class in the world. Even though I won the World Championship in 95, I was ranked number 4 in the world in 96 in the Olympics, just because it was so competitive. There were other world champions in my weight class, and they ranked those guys a little bit above me. But it didn't bother me. I just knew that if I stayed focused and I kept my conditioning up and my technique, I would be fine.
Okay.
So take me back to 96 then, obviously Olympics being a big thing, massive thing, obviously. What were the opening ceremonies and the closing ceremonies like?
Opening ceremonies was a lot of fun. I have a good funny story. When I went into the stadium, all the athletes were in a parade type of crowd, and we were parading into the arena, the stadium. There was 75,000 fans there, and we walked around the track. When I walked in with my team, the fans went crazy, and I was like, "Oh my God, they know me," and, and I turn around and I see the dream team behind me. You know, yeah, Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley, and it was just like, oh my God, that humbled me right away. They weren't cheering for me; they were cheering for the dream team. But it was pretty funny.
96 Olympics, that was the year of the bombing, wasn't it?
Yes, the bombing occurred, I think, about 4 days after the Olympics started. And it was a scary time. Everybody was on lockdown, and, it just got a little crazy. And it's unfortunate that, the guy that, found one of the bombs got accused of doing it. That was pretty sad. I know that it pretty much ruined his life. And it's a shame,
They just made that great movie about him.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Olympics was a great experience. Besides the bombing, there was just so much to do. They had Olympic Village, and you could do whatever you wanted. You go to any store, and everything was free. Like, it was really cool. They treat the Olympians really well.
Yeah, because we're in Vancouver, so we just had the Olympics in 2010, and it was the best 2 weeks of all of our lives. That's for sure.
Right. Had to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, parties big time, and then Canada won gold in hockey, so that was our big adventure that day.
They usually do.
Yeah, Mike, shoot one.
Yeah, if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh. I would say, geez, that's a tough question.
I always go with Muhammad Ali for me, because I'd love to pick that guy's brain.
Actually, Muhammad Ali is a good pick. He, I just did a commercial with Mike Tyson, and he talked about how great Ali was. He said that there was nobody better. He was the best ever. And, coming from Mike Tyson, he knows that Tyson's a great technician. I don't know. Everybody thinks he's just a brawler, but he has incredible technique. He's very prone about it. He loves working on his technique all the time. And, I think he learned a lot of that from Muhammad Ali. But who would I want to have dinner with, you said?
Yeah.
Let's see. I would say, that's a tough one. I would say Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, Rocky was always my movie when I was younger. That inspired me to do great things. I mean, it was such an incredible movie, and I guess it's a little cliche today, but it's really incredible story, and I really enjoyed. I enjoyed all the Rockies, but the first one was the best.
My answer to that question is always GSP, being from Canada.
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan.
The Hulkster.
Yeah. You've got to meet him. I never got to, so that's a long one away. And then Tupac would be my other answer, but.
Tupac, that's not going to happen.
No. Yeah. So you're one of 4 people to win the amateur Grand Slam. What's that like? And can you explain what the 4 titles are?
Winning the junior nationals, the NCAAs, the World Championships, and the Olympics. I guess I'm not sure about it now, but I was one of 4 to be Grand Slam champion. but I think a couple more have actually been added on since that stat came out, which was in 2008. It's a huge honor. I didn't even know I did it. When I saw the article, I was like, oh wow, one of four wrestlers to ever do it. That's pretty cool. I think I embedded my legacy in amateur wrestling as one of the greatest of all time. I think that if I would have continued on, I would have made my legacy bigger because I just got started in the Olympics. The World Championships, Olympics, they were my first two, and then I retired and didn't move on after that. But if I would have, I think I would have won 3 more worlds and another Olympic gold medal. But I chose to get out because I was pretty much burned out from training, exhausted, mentally stressed out all the time. Just tried to clear my mind and work on a new career after the Olympics.